Hello, are you ready for some easy painting? This is some green and gold leaves on black watercolour paper. It's really easy, simple and effective. I'll show you how I did it. I'll just quickly go through the materials. There's an ice cream van, you can probably hear it. Anyway, here's the materials. Black watercolour paper, Gansai Tambi green, gem green I'm using, Liquitex gold, and just a normal smallish paintbrush with a round tip on the end. So just pop a little bit of the gold onto a palette. This is actually a tile. My husband was tiling the bathroom the other week and I sneaked one of these tiles from him, and it's actually a perfect palette. And then all we're going to do is pop down the green first like this, nice and slowly, and then add the gold to it. And that's literally all I did to create this. This is actually a bonus because this is part of a series of how to paint on black watercolour paper, and this actually didn't make it into the top 12 that I did. It should have done, and I put it out as a short and it was really popular, and it was really popular on TikTok as well. So I thought I would put together the tutorial so that you can have a look and see how it was created and try and create it yourself. If you're not sort of comfortable with creating leaves, I have got a small mini 3-part series of how to paint loose leaves. It's really easy to follow, and it might be worth watching that first just to understand exactly how to create leaves with your brush, because we haven't all got the same brushes. We've all got different brushes, and I actually show you how to use your brush so that you understand how to create the leaves you want to create using your brush. I hope that makes sense, but have a look at it, see what you think, and then come back to this and then have a go at this. So all I've done is basically mixed. I probably should have showed you the palette, I do apologise, but all I've done is mixed the gold and the green onto the palette, and then just alternating between the green and the gold. And I'm using a very little bit of water as well, and that's why it's become sparkly, because the gem colours are from the Gansai Tambi range, and they are sort of quite sparkly gem colours really. They're really bright and colourful, and it's just the effect on black paper is just completely different to what it is on white paper. I will leave you the link to the others that I've done on the series so that you can have a look and see what you think to those as well, in case you have got some black watercolour paper. Some people didn't know this even existed. Some people have already got some, maybe they were gifted it and it's just something they've just not used, and it's just really good and really effective. The Liquitex gold that I'm using is actually an acrylic. It's not something I use very often. I think I bought it ages ago at Christmas time, and it's not something I use very often, to be honest. But for something like this, using it with watercolour, pairing it up with watercolour, it actually works really well. I haven't taped my paper down on purpose either, because when I've done something similar to this before, I have to turn the page round. I don't know how else to do this apart from turning the paper round. So feel free if you need to do that. If you prefer to tape your paper down, that's fine as well. Do whatever is comfortable for you. But I found it easier to do this like this. And just work your way around the paper just like this. Exactly the same movements, the same brush strokes. It's very repetitive, but I find it quite relaxing as well. I find it really soothing, just popping down the brush strokes and using the paint. It's just really simple and effective. So how does painting make you feel? Is it something you do quite often, or have you been thinking about getting into some sort of painting? I mainly do watercolour paintings. I have used acrylics and oils in the past, years and years ago, and I just didn't take it up, and I found watercolours a couple of years ago. Obviously I'd heard of watercolours, but I started painting with watercolours, I'd say about 2.5 years ago, and I just think it's amazing. I absolutely love it. It's the perfect creative outlet to do if you're a busy person or you work full time and you just need 5-10 minutes of doing something, relaxing your mind, completely different from work. This is definitely ideal, and it doesn't have to be expensive. It can be really cost effective. You don't need a lot of colours. You don't need to create a masterpiece either. Just holding the brush and just putting the paint down, letting it flow onto the paper. I just find it really, really soothing and relaxing. You should definitely try it if it is something you've been thinking about, or maybe you just like watching watercolours being created through videos like this. Again, that's really relaxing as well. You can see that it's getting a bit harder and a bit trickier to paint the full leaves as I get closer and closer to the edges. But I'm making it work. I can fit a couple on the corners like so, and then that will be it. I hope you've liked this little green and gold leaf tutorial on black watercolour paper. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about it. Did you find this useful? Did you enjoy it? And do you think you'll try it as well? I'd be keen to know. I'll be interested to know how you got on with this. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your comments, good and bad. Feel free to leave me constructive criticism, as they say. And I'm just adding the last one to this corner here, and that is that. Look at that, look at the effects of that. I just think it just looks so nice. Here's a quick look at the end results of the other ones that I've done, and if you want to have a look, I will leave the link in the description box. Let me know your thoughts, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, bye.